Last summer, I took a picture of a young man who was wearing this cool hat and shirt. He was out getting ice cream with his dad. We got to talking, and I learned that Dad was Jason McLean, an artist from London, Ontario. Jason and his family had recently moved to my neighborhood in Brooklyn. I checked out some of Jason's work, and I really liked it. It feels personal and kind of intense, but also innocent and fun. It struck me as the product of a very active mind. Digging further, I found out Jason is a collector of sorts. He has the largest collection of autographed Pez dispensers in the world, which he shows in a traveling exhibition. I wanted to learn more about Jason's background and inspiration, so one afternoon I paid a visit to his apartment.
This is the broken bottle guy. We don't know his name. And he does graffiti all around Gowanus area, and we have a couple pieces of his. I think I got it outside his old apartment. This is Jerry Seinfeld's home address.
For real?
Yeah, well, supposedly. He's the only person next to Amzal Kiefer now that refused to sign a Pez. So. These are my grandfather's shoes. This is really old. This is from the 80s, and this is worth a few $100s. I'll still the cereals in it. It's Wayne Gretzky Pro Stars, and I traded art for this.
What's the story of the door?
The door? That door?
Yeah.
There's a long story behind this. I don't know if I can talk about it with Henry listening. It involves almost getting shot in LA. It's a long story. Maybe I can tell you it later. Okay. There's a book cover I did the cover of for Kevin Spence, a British Columbia poet. I did it twice because I spelled his name wrong, and I've known him for a long time. I always said his name was Spence, not Spenced. And I got this in Chelsea for Henry. I was like, kind of goes like that, like in the Simpsons. And Henry's brother Felix draws the Simpsons, and it's in the columns like a family thing. Mm-hmm. Like my dad draws the Simpsons. I've showed you my dad's cards. Mm-hmm. And in our kitchen, it's 3 different family members drawing Simpsons, and it's framed all together. This is the broken bottle guy again, and I think Felix and I unscrewed this off near the Gowanus Canal. See, there's a broken bottle there. It's a cigarette. The kids and I used to always pretend we were smoking. You introduce them to that, and then they won't do it, right? But I guess you joke around about it too much, and it's a fine line. So.
Henry, do you make art as well?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to share some of that with me?
Sure. I made a Simpsons drawing. It's Homer holding Spider Pig from the episode.
Pretty good, huh?
That's great.
I sometimes make zines. They're like little books, but with only pictures. And I sell them at the subway station. And my dad did some of the drawings with me.
It's the Gowanus Monster.
That was the cover.
Early one, a very popular one.
So this is my bed. And I collect lots of stuffed animals. I got Garfield, Homer, Odie.
What's going on with this thing?
Oh, me and my dad made it because we collect Pez. And we had so many packages from them. And we were thinking, what should we do with them? And we decided we should make a giant hand hanging from the wall. On the back, it can fit into your hand. It's too big for me, though. It can fit my dad, though. Like that.
This is my dad's golfing drawings. Or paintings, drawings, painterly drawings. His penmanship is pretty incredible. My dad had gotten awards when he was younger for his penmanship. He's quite proud of that. There's my mom's poetry book. And my brother did photos for it. She did poems about Jean-Claude Van Damme and like dumpster diving. She had me sign them and put my website, but her paintings are really good, and they should have been on the cover. See, that's my mom's paintings.
Wow, those are beautiful.
And that's her gardening club stuff.
So you come from a family of artists.
Yeah, but kind of not, like my dad's was a car dealer.
Right. I know what you mean.
But he dabbled in, like, he used to make homemade car ads, and my mom would paint porcelain things, and like kind of very outside our craft aesthetic. Mm-hmm. Like, they never took me to galleries or museums. Like, not like I take my kids to,
Yeah.
Like, we had pictures of cars in the house. And, like, paintings from the Ramada Inn. I don't know if you know what that is. But
I do.
yeah. But when I went to houses when I was younger that had art all in them, I was like, I'd never seen that before. Like, I was like...
You mean more sophisticated
yeah,
art?
yeah, like real art, you know, like whatever that is, you know. You were asking if I had any other artwork around.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't want me to show you this, so we don't have to look at that too closely, but it's some money, American money. No, I found this in front of a bar that I heard it got firebombed in the neighborhood a long time ago, and it's boarded up, but they're renovating it, and it was very mysterious because it was dry and it was in the street. All this ripped up money, like $5 bills and $1 bills. I've used some of it in zines, but it was very mysterious, and I felt like I shouldn't pick it up. It was like felt like really eerie. These are my found credit cards, which are very hard to find.
Yeah.
Generally, when I find one, my day is really good. Like it's almost like a four-leaf clover in some ways. I get pretty excited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you always looking at the ground when you're walking around?
A lot. Well, you know, because of the lack of nature in New York, you can celebrate the debris and garbage in kind of organic way, maybe. It's like someone who would look at graffiti and think that's a positive. There's like my coupon collection. That's fairly new. Chuck E. Cheese and Film Anthology Archive. Do Not Eat packs. I got a new one the other day, a good one. I haven't collected these in a while. I have a huge collection in Canada of these, and I sewed these into my jacket.
The sugar packets?
Sugar packs into his trench coat. But it was kind of a hidden piece. But it's called Sucrologus. This is fairly new. I like these a lot. I just like the shape of them. These are like tissue box tops. These are just something fairly recent. I use this almost like a phone book. These are people that I've sent mail to in the receipt for international declaration forms. And the stamp, the time and date. I'm not sure why I keep this. These are credit cards that are just... This is something like out of advertising. I go through...
So when you can't find actual credit cards, you'll just cut them out of magazines?
But then I use this as source material, too.
I haven't met your wife.
Oh, you haven't?
No. But what's your relationship like with your collecting and her?
Well, I mean, not like I don't consider myself a collector, but I don't see it really as an issue that much. Like, I'm pretty orderly. I don't know. Do you think it's an issue, Henry? Mama?
Occasionally.
I mean, it's not like consumerism. Like some people, you know, I know people that go out and spend and spend and spend. I often like things that are free, that, you know, like sugar packs, various things, and like... And then you actually, within things, the subtleties of things, like not just codes and, you know, colors, and there's... It's kind of interesting once you start studying one thing for a while.
Thank you guys for showing me around.
Yeah.
This is really interesting. Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you.